What is that squeaking sound? What the heck? Alright, so today it's Foundation Friday. This is where I try out a new foundation every single Friday on my channel. We are trying out a CC cream today by Thrive Cosmetics. Love what you did there, Thrive. Over the last few weeks, I've gotten so many questions from you guys to review this, so I ordered it. We are here. I think I subconsciously painted my nails blue this morning. This is the first product I've tried from Thrive Cosmetics. If you have tried them out, definitely let me know any other products I need to check out down below. But I went on their website to read a little bit more about them since I haven't tried anything from them before. And basically, they're a really freaking cool brand. They donate a product every time you buy one to women in need. Basically, the founder, who is a makeup artist and product developer, lost her close friend to cancer, so she founded Thrive Cosmetics for that reason. So a lot of the organizations that they partner with are cancer organizations. I could especially see how if you're going through chemo or cancer treatments, how makeup could just give you that extra boost of confidence and just make you feel a little bit more like yourself. So I just really love the whole mission and idea behind this brand. But let's talk about the CC cream. So this is the Buildable Blur CC cream. It has SPF 35. Retails for $38. You get 1 fluid ounce of product. You can also buy it with their sponge for $48. So for 10 more bucks, you can get it with their sponge. I haven't tried out their sponge, so I'm not recommending it. I'm just saying you can do that. It comes in 18 shades. I picked up the second to lightest shade, Fair Light Neutral Undertones, because it said it had neutral undertones. The lightest one said fair with cool undertones. Lately, I've been going by undertone rather than if it's the lightest shade, just because I find that if you have a foundation or a product that is closer in undertone to you, it overall just looks better. You can have something that's light enough or dark enough, but that the undertone is off and it just makes everything else look off. So as far as picking foundation shades, I've been going more by undertone lately. So that's why I picked up the second to lightest shade, but this says it's a multitasking color correcting cream, blurs and diffuses skin imperfections with buildable, sheer to full coverage. It has SPF 35, color adjusting micropigments and vitamin C. I love that this has vitamin C. That's supposed to help conceal fine lines, pores, and dark spots. It actually says it has flaxseed extract in here to help control and absorb oil. So that scares me a little bit because I do have dry skin. It's supposed to be blurring. It's called Buildable Blur. Thrive Cosmetics is also vegan, paraben, sulfate-free, and cruelty-free. Go Thrive Cosmetics. I'm going to start swatches right here of the Thrive Cosmetics CC cream in Fair Light compared to some of my other CC cream, BB creams, and just other products, just so you can get an idea of how the shade compares. All right, we have got an armful of swatches today. So right here is the Thrive Cosmetics CC cream in Fair Light. Next over is the IT Cosmetics CC cream in the light shade Fair, Bobbi Brown's Skin Serum Foundation in 1.25 that I reviewed either last week or a couple weeks ago in Foundation Friday, Lancome Renergy Lift in 140, Dermacol 207, not 208 today, Estee Lauder Double Wear in 1C0, Zero Life Proof in 101, my closest shade match, and L'Oreal True Match in W1 Porcelain. So if you enjoy Foundation Fridays, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I have hundreds of other foundation reviews that you can find down below in the Foundation Friday playlist. But if you're excited for this video, don't forget to did I already say that? I think I just said that. If you're new here, you can join the Bayrito family and subscribe. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Throughout the month of December and basically November, I've also been doing a lot of vlogs, so I've been posting them every other week-ish. They go up on Thursdays. So sometimes I do have Thursday videos going up to same time, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Just started filming this video and I was definitely not recording. I'm so excited to try this. I've heard very good things. Looks like the Cosmetics CC just has a pump and, you know, a little squeeze tube. Feels so high right now. High up. This chair feels like extra tall right now. Oh, it has a tiny little guy. What is that squeaking sound? This chair? I think it is. Why are you squeaking? You don't usually squeak. What the heck? Okay, so it says sheer to full coverage buildable. That's interesting to me. My guess with that would be depending on the amount that you use and just how you build it up. Foundations can look totally different depending on how much product you use and if you stipple or if you blend. So that can be true, but we'll see. The shade on here is looking pretty promising. So I'm going to start out with my Sigma F80 on this side of my face. Oh. Has some coverage. Looking at my neck, I think that shade is a pretty close shade match. You don't need a whole lot of this. Like a little goes a long way. It just got too much. I'm going to spread this across my forehead And I'll smooth it out with the sponge on the other side. This is good coverage. Okay, I'm gonna use my LA Girl sponge. Looking nice on my forehead. That's usually like my problem area. Foundations can get really clingy and not good looking on my forehead. It's looking pretty nice so far. It doesn't look as like blurring as I was kind of picturing. It's called Buildable Blur. A lot of texture around this area and my pores are pretty large, so it's not like a soft blurring kind of product on my skin. Doesn't look like, but we'll see how it does with a sponge. Already I can tell a sponge, you have to use way more. It's definitely soaking up more product. Oh, okay. Finish is much better with a sponge for this one. It does look quite a bit more smoothing with the sponge than on the brush side. I can still see my pores quite a bit, so I'd probably use my Revlon Pore Filling Primer just right here on this one. The coverage is looking actually about the same on the sponge and brush side. Usually I get a little bit better coverage with the brush. I can still see stuff coming through right here, and I can still see freckles and stuff coming through right here and a little bit of redness coming through. So I think it looks like about the same coverage. So because of that, I would definitely use a sponge with this one just because the finish looks a lot more smooth. It is supposed to be buildable up to full coverage. I'm not going to do a full second layer whenever I build up foundations now. I just put it on usually like this area where I need a little bit more coverage to see if it's buildable. I might add a tiny bit on my forehead, but we'll see. So I'm going to use a sponge for that. See if this is buildable. Doesn't have a scent. Yeah, it doesn't smell like anything. If anything, it just smells like a little bit SPF-y. Does have SPF in it, so that would make sense. This has really nice coverage for being a CC cream. It looks like a medium to high medium coverage, I would say. I don't think you can get this to total full coverage because I can still see my acne scarring coming through. If you have acne or more redness or rosacea or something that needs to be covered up, I don't think you could get this to total full coverage. And it looks really pretty with a sponge. I still have a little bit on my palette, so I'm just going to take like a dab and go over my forehead with this. It looks very dewy and plumping, and it looks really pretty. Oh, what time is it? By the way, right now it is almost exactly 10 o'clock, so I probably started that about 5 minutes ago. Okay, so it is a little bit sticky feeling, and it is transferring. You can see it on my finger there when I touch it. Today is Saturday after Thanksgiving when I'm filming this, so I'm just gonna have like a chill day, probably be in my sweats all day, so I'm not sure how intense the makeup is gonna get today, but I might just keep it really casual. I'm gonna give this a few minutes to see if it sets down anymore or if I do feel like I need to powder, but I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup if I can muster up the motivation for makeup today. Muster is an odd word. And then I'll be back, we'll do a flash test, and I'll show you how this looks in natural lighting. All right, so it's now 10:40. I literally have no idea what I just did for the last 40 minutes. We are calling the check-in time at 10:15. That's when I finish up with my face. So one thing I noticed off the bat is that this is very not transfer proof. Like it transfers like crazy. If you accidentally touch your face slightly, you know, have a little graze here and there, it is just like off your face. I apparently like dinged up my face a few places when I was doing the rest of my makeup, like on the tip of my nose and then up here when I think I was like pushing away my hair, and it just like totally wiped off there. So I just went over with my sponge and kind of smoothed it out and it was fine. But if you're someone who's concerned about like hugging people and have your makeup coming off your face, this one would be like all over their shirt. So because of that, I did powder my face. I used the Physicians Formula powder I've been using every single day. The reason why I used a powder like this instead of like a translucent loose powder or something is because I never use those. Translucent loose powders do not work on my skin. I use whatever powder I know works for me and that I use most often in these videos so that I can wear it how I would normally wear it, and I know this product, so I know what it's doing to my skin, if that makes sense. I didn't put it right on the center of my forehead because I never do, and I like that area to just be more dewy and like plump looking, but I did bring it up here on the corners of my face, and I feel like it looks really nice with this powder. I really like the way my skin is looking right now. I do think it's oxidized, again, about a shade. It looks a little bit dark now. I definitely think you need to use this with a sponge to get the kind of smoothing look. I still wouldn't say this is a very blurring foundation. Foundation that I consider blurring would be like the Lawless Woke Up Like This, Catrice Liquid HD. There are a few foundations that are truly blurring. This isn't one of them. I would say it looks very dewy and plumping, just not as much blurring. My makeup today is literally the most basic thing ever, but I tried again the Marc Jacobs Tantastic Omega Bronze. I'm not the biggest fan of this. I actually don't have a blush on because I feel like that warmed up my face enough. So I just kind of brought that like where I would typically apply blush to. And then for highlight, I used Fenty Chic Freak Girl Next Door. I love this shade right here when I want just like a very soft, natural looking highlight that isn't gonna emphasize my texture. For eyes, I just actually put this collab highlight all over my lid. And then for mascara, I used NARS Climax with Too Faced Better Than Sex. I've been loving this combo. And that's it for the makeup. Very basic. I actually decided I'm going to get a few more holiday decor items that I need. So I'm going to go to Michael's. I'm going to get a flu shot. It's going to be a day. I'm also going to be vlogging parts of today too. So you guys will see that either coming in a video or it's already up. But let's go see what this looks like in natural lighting and I'll do a flash test. Okay, so I am in natural lighting right now in front of my window. And it's looking really nice, I think. I tried to use less concealer and less under eye powder today, and I'm still getting the same exact amount of creasing, so just ignore that, and it just looks like less coverage under there basically. But overall, I think it's sitting really nice on my skin. The pore area is the only area that my eyes are like immediately drawn to where it just looks a little bit much. Forehead looks really nice and smooth and dewy and plump. Wow, how many times have I said those adjectives in this video? Here's the rest of my face. So for some reason my pores are worse on this side. I don't know if I powdered less or something. I feel like they're not as noticeable on this side. But yeah, just the pore area is kind of like what my eyes are drawn to. I'm getting a tiny bit there, always get creasing there. Rest of my mouth area, the creasing is not bad. Well, my teeth look nice and white. Thanks, Crest White Strips. I've been using them still. I showed you guys in a vlog trying them out, and I feel like they're working and my teeth aren't sensitive anymore. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a major bounce back. It actually looks pretty flattering. It doesn't look like too white, and it's very soft looking in flash photos, so yeah, looks good. Okay, it is 3:45, so it's been on for 5 hours now. I just got home a little bit ago, did a little haul that you guys will see in a vlog. So here's my face now. It almost looks a tiny bit heavy or something now, like it's mattified and it's getting a little bit more creasy. It doesn't look as like smooth and plumping overall. I feel like now it is emphasizing my texture up here and kind of on the rest of my face too. I am getting some creasing now right here. Yeah, you can just kind of like see everything now. Dang, it doesn't look bad, just doesn't look as good as before. So I will check in with you guys at the end of the night. Okay, it is now 8:30, so it's been on for 10 hours. I don't know what is happening with my under eyes today, slash my entire face. Unfortunately, this one has gone majorly downhill on my skin. Not only does it look super greasy around my nose and my forehead, but when you get really up close, which I will in a second, it almost looks like it's breaking down. I'm gonna get up close, and I noticed that but right about an hour after the last check-in, so it has been going on for a while. See if it'll pick it up. In real life, I'm hoping it's showing up on camera. I can just like totally see where it's sitting on my skin, and my forehead is looking pretty rough. It is almost like settling into some lines up here. It's harder to tell right now. I could see it in my hallway mirror. So because I really liked the way this one looked on my skin for the basically like the first maybe 3 hours of the day, I would say this one definitely is not long lasting on my skin, but I would wear it if I was just going to run errands for like an hour or two and I wanted to like throw something on and I wanted my skin to look good, knowing that I wouldn't keep it on and wear it all day because I definitely don't like how it's worn throughout the day. Most CC creams and BB creams aren't meant to be like long lasting foundations, so I totally get that. So if you've tried this one, I'm curious how you wear it. If you like it, do you use a primer? Do you set it with something? Let me know down below. Do you just wear it alone? Does it look like this at the end of the night on your skin, or do you like it? Let me know your thoughts down below if you have tried this. My camera gets out of focus every 2 seconds. I definitely want to try other products from their site. I want to try their blushes and the tubing mascara, I think, and also maybe their like liquid lipsticks. So let me know what you guys think, but I hope you enjoyed this Foundation Friday. If you did, you can give it a thumbs up. Love you guys. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video. Bye.